Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
I know every operating
At my
system like
last
the
job,
back of
in
my
my
hand.
current role, I
when it comes to
25 years of experience and have worked with several people from your company. I've been recognized for my passion. My team is everything.
LinkedIn delivers candidates who rise above the rest. With an up-to-date view into shared connections, skills, and interests you won't find anywhere else. See why 86% of small businesses who post a job on LinkedIn get a qualified candidate within a day. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/achieve. LinkedIn, your next great hire is here.
What's up, Man Dog Pod listeners? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's free episode. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available over on our Patreon, patreon.com/you'rethemannowdog. We've got full episode audio and video for everything we've done, a huge archive of tons of fun stuff with all your favorite comedians. Check it out today. Once again, that's patreon.com/you'rethemannowdog. Thanks so much and have a great day.
You are the man now, dog. 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 You are the man now.
Hey, I love that you brought me to this Korean spa, but there's no way I'm putting the sandals on.
What?
At any given moment, I've got to be able to bail. I know where all the exits are. I know how fast I can throw a punch. I know everyone in here's weight and how quickly they could get to me.
Oh, you're doing like a Jason Bourne thing.
I guess in a sense, yeah, but this is just like, this was my National Guard training, man.
Okay.
It's just like...
Are you going to go barefoot? Is barefoot better than sandals?
It depends. I mean, obviously, it's better than sandals, but if we end up in a die-hard situation and I'm walking over glass or whatever, I've trained my feet for that, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. So I might stick to the Doc Martens.
All right. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and do the salt spa to get started. I don't really think there's going to be a big...
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Are these the standard issue robes?
I think so.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
What?
I'm going to need someone with more tactical pockets.
5'6", 380. You could come at me in about 15 seconds. It would take me six punches to kick him down.
That's pretty accurate. I look at you, I see 7'1", 112.
I don't work here. This is just my friend. Clearly, you guys have gravitated towards each other with the same energy.
Nailed me.
Okay.
Well, this is just
You're not 7'1", 120. Nobody is 7'1", 120.
Give or take.
Gentlemen, we're at a spa. Let's just relax. I don't think there's going to be any heightened events here today.
All right. Well, I'm going no robe. I'm going nude like Eastern Promises. I think that's the safest way to fight if anything goes down here.
That's a good tactic. Get them
Hi. I noticed all of you kind of bunching up around the entryway here.
4-3-6.
I'm just trying to get into the spa. What did you say?
4-3-650.
Seems accurate. I might reverse those. I might say 3'16", 400 something.
Oh, you can see I'm wearing Hokas.
There you go.
Holy shit.
Very nice.
Sorry, you were saying?
I didn't expect to be read like this. I'm sorry. Were you fellas, I was just wondering, I mean, you, of all three of these folks, look like you work here. Do you mind if...
I don't work here. I'm just here for the spa.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then I have a question about parking.
Okay.
So the parking lot up front, right?
Yeah.
That's the only one. There's no underground parking.
Yeah, it's just the one right out on front, right on
exposed
Wilshire.
to all drones and all sorts of
drones,
excavators, any kind of thing.
The aerial coverage isn't great over there.
What do you guys have going on? If you're so worried about this, why did you all come to a spa today? You're going to be sitting ducks.
Look, we're always ready. Okay, what do we have going on? I hate that argument that if you've got nothing to hide, then you should put it all out there. No, I'm prepared at all times.
At all times. It's what makes me an incredible potential partner for women. It's what makes me feel safe when I sleep 4 hours at night, and it's
You a one eye taped open kind of guy?
Absolutely,
100%.
yeah.
Perfect.
100%.
What kind of tape do you use? Because I have issues with it. I've been trying different ones.
I started using clear scotch so that I could see through it a little bit, but it doesn't hold. Lasts about 20 minutes.
That's my issue with clear scotch. But of course, Gorilla just takes my eyebrows right off. I don't know if you could tell, yeah.
That's funny. I use electrical
So that's what
tape.
happened.
Electrical over there?
Electrical tape, yeah.
Oh, that doesn't stick well at all.
And no, it doesn't stick at all. That's why I can rip it off at any point.
On the plus side, somebody tries to stun gun you, you're protected.
Exactly.
At least on the
I aim
eyebrow.
my lips
Can
out
I-
of it.
Very good.
What happened to you guys? Did something happen to make you guys so heightened?
Oh, I hate this. I hate this argument so much.
I'm not arguing. I'm asking you a
This
question.
idea that something has to happen to you to be prepared. Not everyone has to live through a tactical attack in order to be ready for the next one.
Mhm. Well, I wouldn't say you're ready for a tactical attack. I mean, you just are wearing a robe.
Exactly. And I'm looking for something with more pockets so I
Yeah.
can keep my stuff in it.
Right.
Ladies, everything good in here? On this side, everyone safe?
Sir, get out! Get out!
Absolutely fair.
Ladies, I'm going to need IDs.
Out! Out! Out!
Ladies, who wants to just take a photo with me?
Out of here!
Scene. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode of the Man Dog Pod. Thank you for being here. I'm Dan Lippert. I'm with my co-host Ryan Rosenberg.
What's up, nerds?
Wow, you're getting bullied today.
Isn't that's a funny energy? That was like a default energy, I feel like, for several years to just like, what's up, loser? What's up, bitch?
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
why was anyone ever doing that?
Yeah.
I sometimes want to, but it's like, this isn't how I feel.
Yeah, it's like Beyonce has like a loving like beehive, and then like a lot of podcast dudes are just like, you degenerate fucks.
If you're anything like me, you're a fat sack of stupid shit. Shout out John Gabris.
Yeah, that's right. So what's up, shitheads?
You could hear our wonderful guests in that first scene and now, and probably for the rest of this episode. Welcome back to the show, Aman Adumer. Hi, Aman.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Good to be back. Good to be back in real space. Last time I did it was on Zoom.
Oh, really?
During the Pandy, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, it's been that
Yeah.
long?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time.
You had a day job for a minute,
I did.
so we couldn't
Yeah,
get
it was
you.
your fault.
I did a day job and it offended you clearly. And
Yeah, so
you,
we didn't ask you for a while.
you didn't ask me
Yeah,
back.
it wasn't
you're
the
back-
conflict.
You're back where I am, unemployed, and so we was happy to have you on.
I'm
and I
happy
don't
to be
feel
here.
Threatened by you.
Self-unemployed.
And the very employed Ollie Ghandour. Hi, Ollie.
Currently very employed. Hello, thanks for having me.
I just rewatched Old School on TV, and was thinking about how, like, watching it now, it's like, Jesus Christ, it's like one of those "What's Up, fuckers" movie. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, the whole sense of humor is so broy, and
The first line of the movie is not legal anymore.
no, it's been banned.
Yeah, yeah.
Luke Wilson has sex with Alicia Cuthbert, then finds out she's 17 years old, and it is not a plot point in the movie, other than she's his boss's daughter.
He's just nervous.
Yes, but
This is awkward. Like,
No.
every time I go back like 10, 20, or 30 years and watch like the popular comedy of the time, it's just mean guys. I just keep noticing that like Animal House was kind of that. Ghostbusters, like they're like Bill Murray's just kind of mean to everybody in it,
Right.
and that's his thing.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
always
strange.
been a sense of humor that pops for some reason.
Right.
Yeah.
I think some of it you have to like be the thing to then make fun of it. Be like, look at this asshole. Someone's got to play the asshole. But it does seem a little bit like they want you to laugh with the mean language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old School, I really like, I can't remember exactly, but I thought I was like into an alt comedy when I liked Old School. And I watch
Yeah.
it now. It's like, this couldn't be more mainstream. I
Right.
think just because I liked Will Ferrell and he like wasn't famous yet. And so it was like, oh, this guy I know from SNL, whatever.
Right.
But man, it
Yeah,
is
was
just
old
mainstream.
school like in reaction to like was old school alternative compared to the things that came before it? really
I think it was
think of,
just.
like-
I think it was just a little cooler. Like it was
Sure,
just a
yeah.
little bit less like comedy and a little bit more
yeah.
like it's funny, but we're also cool. Like,
right.
It's kind of for bros or something.
Very
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like past like a dude getting in the nuts and going, "Oh, my nards." It's like past that, but it's
for those guys who have grown up.
grown
around.
up. Yeah, absolutely,
Also, wasn't there a part? Wasn't there like a Nards part in that movie?
Yeah, they tie a cinder block to everyone's dick and then throw it off the edge of a balcony. And
Okay.
like,
Okay,
The
that's
really big guy's cinder block goes through the sewer
Manhole,
and
yeah.
it pulls him down by the penis.
Oh, of course,
And
of
you
course.
see his butt and his legs wriggling.
and I think in I've actually
I
thought
like
about
that this
that
is
a
the
ton.
pitch too. It
This is the pitch for
he
the
has
movie.
he has a cinder block much larger than the other gentleman, and it pulls him down by the penis.
And his big butt and little legs are wriggling on the ground.
And it's funnier because he's the fat one. Don't forget that part.
Good. We like it. We're sold.
I remember thinking about that part a ton just because it scared me as a teen. Like it would just rip your penis off. Like a cinder block falling on, it would just rip
Yeah.
your penis clean off.
Clean.
It wouldn't pull you off the edge.
Right,
it would
right,
just,
right.
and it still scars me to this day. Just a thought. Sometimes I have a thought that doesn't happen that is like realer than the actual world. You
Yeah.
ever get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that's going to affect me later.
Oh yeah, I mean the thought of like some sort of creature being in the toilet and then climbing up it.
Is that
And just-
powerful for you?
Oh man, that gives me. I use the restroom, and I don't mean to be gross, but I need a view of what's going on down there, right? Just because I right away, and then in the middle, and then at the end.
Oh, like
I
little
need to know.
check-ins.
Just
kind of
check in.
figure
There's
out.
maybe like a
Just
little
making sure
toilet
nothing's
snake.
still there. Nothing's
Yeah.
gonna come and crawl from within.
Is it snakes and spiders you're scared of, or
Spider.
like it, or like
spiders? All real
spiders?
stuff. Not
Not
nothing supernatural. Just like spiders and
never
anything.
happened to you. It's just an invasive thought.
Never
Intrusive
had.
thought.
Although when I went to my family's from Ethiopia, and so long time ago when I went to go visit where they like came from, like they're from like the village, like the rural area. They would just kind of show us the bathroom and everything, and it was a classic like hole in the ground situation. And it was there was no electricity, so at night I'd be out there and it'd be in a rural area, and I'd hear things. And you'd have to like sort of bend forward and do the business. And the whole time I'm just going, I can't see what's down there.
Yeah.
I'm hearing the critters.
Oh my God.
And
I
it
think
just
That's
that
traumatizing.
probably like trained you to be a little bit more vigilant about it, right?
That's gotta
Like,
be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was horrifying.
Do you feel like the way, like culturally here, our jokes about the bathroom are kind of all, we have the same bathroom experiences. Like, what do you think the comedy in that community
Toilet
is
humor
about
there.
using the bathroom? Do you think people do talk about being scared of the critters, or is that like normal?
I don't think I've heard much about people talking
Right.
about being scared of the critters. It's probably like someone fell in there
Falling in.
and like they're trying to get out, or like, oh, you hear that guy fell in, he had to like get pulled out, but not until someone went a few times.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just like that kind of stuff.
I remember seeing Slumdog Millionaire when he falls in and he just gets fully covered and being like, that would be the worst thing to ever happen to me if that
Yeah.
ever happened to me.
Then he's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and it's like, what would happen if you fell in a toilet? It's like, I have this memory.
Would it be bad? Nice.
For 1 million rupees. That movie is amazing though. I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
I love cultural, like, I don't think it happened anymore because of the internet, but when we become obsessed with something because of a movie, like we were just talking about, I think it was my girlfriend and I, like ninjas were a thing and like kung fu and karate for a while.
Yeah.
And when Slumdog Millionaire came out and then that song was so popular and it just felt like, and that actor, the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire that was then in Mission Impossible, and it's
Yeah.
like, wow, this is going to be with us forever. Like we just became obsessed with Indian culture very broadly.
Yeah.
And like when Crouching Tiger came out, that was a
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
That was a wave for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Andy Dick says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Penis in Old School.
Classic. When I think he's giving a blowjob class. Yes. With a bob wig.
This is still just you going through your bulleted list on your pitch. What else?
Don't worry, all these really talented female actors won't have anything funny to do, but we will make them suck a cucumber.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Yeah, do not worry about that.
I went to a restaurant the other day that described something on their menu as pickled cucumbers, which is, I think we just say pickles.
Yeah.
Because that's what a pickle is technically a pickle is a pickled cucumber. But it kind of made me upset. It was like, what are you trying to make this fancy for?
Yeah, you felt like they were trying to Was
Yeah,
it
it was
like
like-
kind of a hip, fancier place?
Yeah, it was like, this is just a $17 plate of like a cucumber with some vinegar on it. Like, I get it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Just say
But
pickles. I don't
Gussy
know why
up because
I
yeah,
bothered.
fixes it.
pickle's kind of low class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I get. I wouldn't want to say pickle either, but find a new word or something.
Right.
I almost wanted to go throw a trash can through the window of that place, Greekman's. Used to be Friedman's. It was like a Jewish deli, and then over the pandemic, they're like, we're going to try Greek food. And people were like, we like this better. So they kept it that way. And I was like, just in a bad mood this week for all the reasons you would be in a bad mood this week. And I was like, I just need delivery. And so I looked at their menu. For $14, they had like chicken skewers. And you open the picture, and it's a picture of a plate with one skewer with 3 cubes of chicken for $14.
$5 per little cube.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like, all right, like,
right.
it's time to fight back if this
I
is what we're
agree.
doing now. Starting with the local restaurants.
Isn't it funny? This is exactly where I'm radicalized, is food delivery apps. I'm looking at Taco Bell and I'm like, $7 for one Crunchwrap Supreme? This is a $2 dish.
Do they have eggs in this? Is it the price of eggs?
Yeah, what's
That was
going
supposed to go down.
It's so funny, like how stupid I am that's where stuff starts to bother me.
How small my life is.
Yeah, exactly. But I did get Taco Bell last night, and it absolutely tore me in half. I ate Taco Bell once, and my stomach was fucked all morning. I thought I was going to have to cancel everything I did today because I was just like, I'm going to be on the toilet all day long, or like having just sort of a cramp, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, what did I eat? I ate like some cheese and some tortillas. Who cares? What is in this stuff?
Yeah.
It should be so normal. Taco Bell is the one that should make you feel the least bad. I'm not even getting crazy stuff.
What'd you get? You got a chalupa?
I got they got these new things, so I had to get them, of course. It's
I'm
like,
a sucker for the new
it's
things.
like
as
these
well.
little mini burrito dippers. They're just burritos that they roll smaller.
Okay.
And
nice.
And you dip. It was fine.
What are you dipping it in?
Spicy ranch or something. It was fine. It was fine. And then I got like, a cheesy roll up and a couple of tacos and whatever, just like pretty normal stuff.
Sounds pretty safe.
And I just woke up going like, oh, like I had eaten glue. Like I just like drank a bottle of glue, and your stomach was just like, what do you think you're going to do? Just get out of this? You're fucked. You're absolutely fucked is how I woke up today.
You started typing the text out to cancel, and it was like, sorry. And then the autofill's like, I had Taco Bell.
100%. Absolutely. And like, I didn't have a thing really until 1, but like at 9 a.m. I was like, all right, it's over.
That's
it's
the
over.
day.
Fucked.
That's a wash. That's a wash.
My stomach feels weird for
dog
20
has
minutes.
diarrhea.
I'm impressed that you were able to go to bed. Like it hit you in the morning as opposed to like right before. 'Cause
Yeah,
it'll
thank God.
kill me right before.
Yeah.
I'll just be lying down going, oh no,
Right.
why did I do this? What's the point?
Every time I eat something like this, I'm like, well, this doesn't even make me happy. I just won't do this again.
Mm-hmm. But then you do it
And
again.
then it's 9 p.m. and I don't have any food in the fridge. And I'm like, well, of course I'm going to do this 5 nights this week. I'm never going to the grocery store. Just wait until I get really hungry and forget that I haven't planned for it. And
Look at my meal prep in the freezer and be like, oh, I don't want to thaw that out.
yeah, exactly. This delicious bolognese I made, I hate this. It sucks.
I remember I was undiagnosed lactose intolerant. For middle school, high school, the whole thing. And whenever it would be like a pizza day at middle school, it's just like the biggest day ever because never get something cool. I knew what would happen. It would happen every time, but it would happen so infrequently that we got pizza that I'd still fall for it. I'd eat the pizza and I'd suffer the entire night. And so much so that I was like, okay, I just don't know if I'm going to make it this time. And I'd pull out like an XXL magazine that's near the toilet and I'd write like a note to whoever.
As in dead?
Just
like you were gonna
yeah,
die?
if you find me here, sort
Send
of
help. Yeah.
yeah, send help, cover me up, send help. No, I'd
Hey, Mom and
already
Dad, I'm
given
about
up
to
at
go to the
that point.
bathroom, but yeah.
It was so bad, but the pizza was just so damn good.
Oh,
You just gotta do
that
it.
Friday pizza, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
We used to get it. They would make like a big tray of pizza, and they just serve you like a square. Is that how they did yours? Like it wasn't like a slice of pizza; it was a square of pizza that fit in like the biggest chunk of that weird plate.
Uh-huh.
And it was they just would something about it being a square made me happy.
Yeah, it was appealing.
You knew it was like your special school pizza.
Yeah,
Nothing's
it is.
going to taste that way.
I bet if I
It's-
tasted it now, I'd be like, "This is the most disgusting shit I've ever had."
Oh yeah,
Wrong.
it's got to be compared to like having good real pizza.
Mhm.
There's something like uniquely spiritual about pizza for children. Like it's so, and I don't know, how universal that is. Like across,
Right.
or if it's just like if it's mostly like American Western kids or whatever. But like, it is incredible how pizza is just like an inherent good, cool,
Right.
special treat.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
There was a video that was unearthed. It was I hate to tell a story about a YouTube video, but it's more just these people who did this. I have zero context for it or what it is. I think the title of it is like, we get kids riled up for pizza and then leave. It's just like two adults like in a room with like 7 children, and they just start them chanting pizza, 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 and they get them all chanting excited, and then they exit, and you see them like out the window, you see them like walk to their car and leave like in the background, and the kids just continue the chant and then get kind of confused. And it's just like I don't know if it was like an art experiment
Right.
or what, but there's just like something about, I don't know, it's the same as like, do you guys want to play? Do you want to go outside, or like candy? You know what I mean? Just these like universally like at your core as a kid, something that hits you as like, this is the joy of life.
Right.
You know?
Truly,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if you'd like raised your kids like Ned Flanders style, and you treated like broccoli like pizza or something
Right.
like that. If
Yeah,
they
yeah.
would chant, if you was like,
Yeah.
it's only a special occasion. We
Right.
do this.
Yeah.
Could you do it with chicken fried rice or something?
Yeah,
That's just
totally.
different,
Is
you
it
know,
all
like-
just branding?
Right.
Is it like, yeah.
Those videos, I mean, that one particularly, I would need it the same way I would need a prank video where someone like falls or whatever
Yeah.
to show them okay for me to really
Right.
laugh. I would need at the end to see the kids
To
eating
see that
pizza,
they
get
or
pizza.
I'd
Yeah.
be very upset.
Yeah. There has to be
Yeah.
some justice there. Like, yeah.
There is maybe something about pizza that is like more of a communal experience than we usually are getting in the Western world.
Right,
like,
right.
like we're all literally pulling from the same circle and eating the same thing.
That's true.
Because normally people are just like, "What are you having? What are you having?" What, like we just order
Yeah.
individually.
Yeah.
It is a weirdly like we're all the same, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's been co-opted by like shitty corporations where they're like, we did great this year,
Yeah.
pizza for the office.
I know you guys said you
Yeah.
wanted a raise, but
Yeah,
we bought
right,
2
right.
pizzas.
Here's the best we got for you. Yeah, 2
Totally.
pizzas.
So for class today, I'll be, as we all are, presenting my kind of experimenter test. We were so, I will say, a little jealous when Ned's Stanford prison experiment kind of blew up. It was such an interesting experiment, and I've been thinking about a way I could do something similar. So for mine, I'm going to test what happens when you get kids of different socioeconomic backgrounds, races, or whatever in a room together, promise them pizza, and then leave. So that'll be my kind of thesis this year.
It seems really mean.
Oh, Stanford prison experiment. I mean, that's just as mean. These normal people were at each other's throats, created some sort of hierarchical society almost immediately. It's just the same thing, but with kids. And I think
What's
we
the
can learn a lot.
experiment? Maybe they're going to love that they don't get pizza at the end?
Yeah,
Well,
is
I don't
there-
understand the joke.
Is there a hypothesis here that we're exploring, or perhaps an expected outcome?
Well, my hypothesis is that the kids will be pretty disappointed about not getting the pizza. So in a larger group, my hypothesis is that the disappointment will be even greater.
Because there'll be more people sad that they didn't, more children sad that they didn't receive pizza.
Good. Okay, so it's clear. Yeah. Good.
So you're sort of looking to research how sad people get when a bad thing happens to them.
I was hoping maybe the feedback would be like, are we going to do pepperoni or Hawaiian or whatever? But
okay, what kind of pizza?
I was like, so, when you think you're so excited about something and you think it's going to be a hit, and I'm just really feeling.
We want to be supportive. It's just, this is, there's been a pattern here. I want to remind, I will say this is fleshed out a lot more than your last submission, which was, what happens when we push an old man down the stairs.
I think he won't like it. I still stand by that, whether or not we've tested it.
You definitely proved it. You definitely proved the theory multiple times.
We just never got our control group.
Doesn't matter the race or whatever, like you said, they all don't like it.
How is your grandfather doing, by the way?
He did not like it at all. He's not speaking to me.
Okay.
And what was the 23andMe results?
About me and my grandfather?
Yeah.
Oh, race-wise. Just what we thought, white guy through and through, yeah.
And you got to test it. Because you might not be. We had
no idea. We had no idea, but he was happier than we'd all like to think by those results.
I think what we're trying to do here is something a little bit more scientific. We're looking to come away with a result on human behavior, specifically child behavior.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it's more the idea of we give the children maybe some sort of goal to achieve together, and we see if they achieve the goal when they're promised pizza, and then if they achieve the goal when they're not promised pizza.
I think that's great, Dan. I think it speaks to the psychology of group dynamics, sharing a common goal. I think that's wonderful.
I have an idea that I think might be a little bit better. Can I pitch my idea?
Sure, I would love to. The feedback so far has been very disconcerting for me, so I'm hoping to hear from you.
Well, I think pepperoni is a great idea, and I think you should throw some Hawaiian in there, and I think that would get everything off to a good start.
That's just what I suggested already.
I think it's a good idea.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, what I want to work on is children. They are easily influenceable, but what if we don't give them any influence? Will they still come to the same conclusions? Right? Because kids are sharper than they think. They don't need directions from adults all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Those are for us. We think that they need direction. They don't. So the
pure rip off of my idea. You can see this, right?
No,
listen.
My idea is we're going to take a little paper bag. We can do it right after the pizza if you want. We're going to put some dog fecal matter in it. Then we're going to put it in the room in the corner, and we're going to just see if the kids start to get upset by the scent. We're just going to see if they notice without us influencing them whether or not they like the smell of dog shit.
This is the same as Stinky Grandma. I pitched you Stinky Grandma 3 weeks ago, and you all laughed at me.
Okay, the Stinky Grandma pitch was a picture. It was an illustration of a grandma in a corner with stink lines, and then 3 stick figure children saying "pu" above them. Does not count as an experimental submission.
It doesn't count. And you wrote ethnicity ?
That's right.
Over the grandmother.
Right.
And can we also say that if we submit anything to the comic section in the paper, it is no longer relevant here for the science?
No longer a science. If it can count next to the peanuts, then it cannot be in a scientific journal.
Whether it was accepted by the New Yorker or not.
I get butt fucked here. I get butt fucked in the New Yorker caption contest.
I would again ask you to use a different phrase for.
We did that experiment, and it turned out nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it.
The results of that one were resounding.
Even the children. No.
A different phrase for that.
We didn't even get into half the ethnicities. And you guys canned my funding.
Can I ask you a question? Why are you a scientist? You like fact, right?
Curiosity. I mean, I feel like I'm on board with your pitch. It's so similar to mine. Maybe we can pair up with the fecal matter.
I think it makes sense.
A big issue with my experiment was it's really hard to, no joke here, not a pun, it's very hard to find consistent fecal matter that is the same for every group.
What's the pun?
There's so much.
What was the pun? I was looking for it to make sure.
I think
distracted us with the pun.
To Dan's credit, I believe he was saying consistent fecal matter, as in
see.
Thank
perhaps
you.
liquidy
Somebody went
fecal
to
matter.
Harvard.
And this is part of the problem, Dan. I see so much potential for you to see the nuance in things. You're pointed in such the wrong direction on all of these. If you used your brain to actually angle it towards any kind of theory, we would
You ever think
go
about
somewhere.
using your brain?
You are using your brain. You are using your brain. It's just it's going towards what race the
Right.
children are going to be and what type of poo goes in a bag.
This is just. It's been a
You
brutal
almost
day,
said, what
top
did you
to
almost,
bottom.
you almost said a color.
bro.
Was that of a race or of a poop? I don't like this. I think we ought to shut down the office. I just don't think we're coming up with anything that's going into the medical field. I think it's good to try,
Yeah.
but if you fail 50 times in a row, are you even trying anymore?
I hear you. I'd hate to have to shut down the office.
Me
We
too.
do have that grant from Big Pharma here at the university.
Okay.
Maybe,
Pharmaceuticals.
maybe if there was a way to somehow use some of that money and effectively we wouldn't have to shut down the program entirely. I'm thinking, and let me just throw this out there. I know that we are all graduates here and I'm just throwing out experiments.
Yeah.
Of course.
If we somehow gather a group of children, give them different bottles of pills. We don't tell them what it is.
Right, placebo.
Yes. My point exactly. Give them placebos for some of the kids, maybe some of the Irish kids. And then
Okay, so you guys, whose pitch is this?
huh? What, just because I'm looking down at my what?
Some of the Irish. Are
Was
you
it
reading
Irish?
an email from Dan on your phone right now? Are you reading an email from Dan on your phone right now? Is this Dan's pitch?
You guys are so curious. You're so curious about everything. There's one thing they didn't tell you it'd be like to be around scientists is they're curious even if it's not an experiment. Listen to the core of his idea instead of figuring out where it came from and why he's looking at his phone.
I have heard the core of the idea. I was derailed by the targeting of Irish children. Why are we selecting one group racially to give potentially non-placebo pills to?
Yes, that's a great question. I'm excited to follow that up with thinking,
An answer, hopefully.
Thinking.
Okay, Dan, you're emailing really fast.
Okay, what are you texting?
Thinking.
Stop being so curious. Just listen to the idea.
You became a scientist because you like curiosity.
But not in the not conversationally.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. From your morning podcast to your afternoon playlist, State Farm knows you personalize your entire day. And that's why State Farm helps you personalize your insurance with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It offers coverage options that help protect what you care about most at an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Oh, here it is. It's in spam.
He deleted your contact. He deleted your contact because he didn't want to do this again.
A brutal day for me. I thought we were all friends. This has been so hard.
Okay, kids. Well, everybody, thanks for coming to the assembly. We have a lot of news. Oh, yeah. Okay. We have a lot of news about the lunchroom this year. We're going to see a lot of changes, and me and the other teachers and lunch ladies are here to tell you all about them, okay? We have now learned that kids hate pizza. So we're getting rid of Friday pizzas, and we're adding back in Stromboli Day. We know, we heard the message. We know you don't like it. We're going Stromboli.
No more pizza?
Yep. Well, Stromboli's a lot like a pizza. It's just harder for us to make and more expensive. So it's not It's not a good choice, but this is what the science is saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to spell it. I'm trying to Google it. I'm picturing kind of a calzone. Is that what a stromboli is?
Pretty close, but usually it's got some slits in it. If you really want to see a stromboli, my recommendation would be to go to Sbarro. You can see it right through the window. Great Stromboli.
How do you spell Sbarro?
It's just like it sounds.
Thank you
Sbarro. Sbarro. All right. Now,
thank you, Principal Wilson. I'm now going to speak on behalf of the lunch ladies. Principal Wilson, everybody, thank you.
I wasn't quite. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Go ahead.
It's just when you said lunch ladies, everybody perked up. I could tell they were all itching to hear from us. You don't get to hear from us except at the assembly about lunch.
Go right ahead, Gladys. We're all excited to hear from you.
The stromboli is going to be so hard for us to make. The timing of the cook is a lot longer and more specific. It's going to take way more crust, and we make them individually. Why are you applauding our suffering? We've taken your feedback, and we appreciate it, but it is really making our lives a lot harder. We have to make individual strombolis. Make sure you get your orders in the night before so we know who's eating what. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Daryl Jenkins, and I am in the back here as a teacher. I'm not really happy with all this lunch change. I got to be honest. I think it's bullshit, and I want the lunch ladies to have an easy time making their flat-ass pizzas. Fuck you! Fuck you, Attica! This school sucks! My kid talks shit. It's coming out. My kid talks shit about this school every day. Mrs. Stapleton, apparently you're the worst.
Okay.
Pizza! 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 Pizza!
Principal Wilson, whoever lives
Apparently you're the worst. Folks, that was a man dog pod, or at least most of it. This is the last part. Ali, thank you so much for being here. Is there anything you would like to share with our audience, where they can find you, or things they should be on the lookout for?
Oh, what a treat to be here, y'all. Any plugs or advertisement type stuff can go on you can check out my Instagram, ALI_GHANDOUR. Come out to UCB, ASCAT, Bangarang, bunch of other shows. Thanks, y'all.
Are you doing the Sketchfest, ASCAT?
I am, yeah. I'll be in.
Nice.
I don't know when does this come out.
It's coming out on Friday.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, if you're in San Francisco, come out to Sketchfest, ASCAT on Saturday, and I'll also be doing the Neighborhood Listen on Sunday.
Oh, fun!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
Aman,
awesome.
where can people find you? Would you like to plug?
Yeah, you can find me at Giddy Aman on X. And oh god, like I just nothing else on nothing else. You can find me at UCB Theater, perform with Leroy, sometimes with ASCAT. Yeah,
Great.
come on
Beautiful.
down.
Ryan, another
us?
episode in the books. We want to plug Yes Also,
What a sweet man.
which I think I'm going to be on shortly.
That's right.
It's
Great.
Mr. Lippert
Oh my
coming
goodness,
here
such a great podcast.
Great.
to espouse his comedic genius for everybody to hear.
greatest conversation ever.
Greatest conversation ever. We've been on a bit of a hiatus with all the
Okay.
craziness going on, but we're going to be coming back soon. So that's fun. And then, of course, you got to listen to Dan's podcast, Eat, Pray, Dunk, as well as Hey Randy on the Comedy Bang Bang Network.
Those are the ones. Thank you to Casey Trela and everybody that donated for his GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And thank you to Annie Wu for our logo and Trenton Oliver for editing help and for everyone for listening. Bye.
Bye.
What's up, Man Dog Pod listeners? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's free episode. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available over on our Patreon, patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. We've got full episode audio and video for everything we've done, a huge archive of tons of fun stuff with all your favorite comedians. Check it out today. Once again, that's patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. Thanks so much, and have a great day.